It's just a very quick video and update on Bitcoin. So we did actually get the close above, and this was exactly where I was targeting, um, pretty much this entire week, right? I said similarly to last week that weekly closes are becoming super important for positioning at this moment of time, and I believe that we are seeing an early indication of some sort of trend reversal. Okay, whether that is a full trend reversal that takes us to to all-time highs, or if it's simply just a retracement and then we fall potentially lower at that point, okay, and then go and seek either further liquidity or come to fill a lot more of this weekly breakaway gap that we have here, okay, right, which we have partially filled at the moment. So right now, at this moment, at this very moment, I am still positioned long, as in spot wise, still positioned long. I think that this is now potentially beginnings of a market maker buy model, or what I've put here is buy model activation. And typically you see that when you have um, a sweep of sell side liquidity, okay, from this large wick, okay, this weekly down close candle, and you see a major key level drawn liquidity being previous week low, which is now not previous week low, but being swept, and you see that we had the up close candle on this weekly candle here, okay. So you can see that wick taking out previous week low there, okay, and it taking out sell side liquidity, right? This down close weekly candle here is now, I think I've got, let's take a look. Let's take a look which one it is. Okay, can't find it. Right, I'll draw out another one. This now, this down close candle, okay, becomes our candle range that we're interested in. All right. So typically, candle range theory, CRT, Romeo, is something that he teaches, which this is how I've typically just always read candlesticks anyway, right? And now that I'm looking at this down close candle and we've swept the candle range low, which was previously previous week low or last week's low, that we now go to target the candle range high. Okay, right, you see now we've got the close above previous week high from this up close candle. Okay, we now seek further liquidity, and that further liquidity is this candle range high. So this is the main target for me now, right, which puts us around close to 94,500, okay, Bitcoin, right, and we can now draw out our new previous week range, okay, considering we've now got the close, and we can now look at this up close candle and think, right, so where is price likely to draw to, okay? Is it likely to draw back to previous week low, or is it likely to draw to previous week high? Now that I believe we're in trend continuation, I think that we go to seek previous week high, right? And we continue high to the candle range high, right? So that is my position at the moment with Bitcoin. Again, I went through this in the video on my last Bitcoin video on YouTube. We cleared buy side liquidity, which was external range liquidity. Okay, this was our sell model, right? And you can see we got the candle body closure below buy side liquidity and external range liquidity. When you have large wicks, right, liquidity hunts, or stop hunts as such, especially from a higher time frame perspective, this is ultimately to catch out breakout traders, okay? And then the market then soups, okay? And they're people who've went long over here, they're then trapped, and ultimately they're trapped into their positions or been liquidated, okay? And we then entered a sell model, right? We seeked a point of interest, which was a market imbalance, right? Which was the weekly breakaway gap here, okay? The weekly breakaway gap was the market imbalance, market inefficiency we was looking to seek, and that's ultimately what we had delivered to. All right, and we'd set up sell side liquidity from the large wick down here and cleared the candle range low, and we're now trending up again. So that's just my position at the moment on Bitcoin. I am now long and will continue to be long if we get the close below previous week low, okay, this weekly close, then I believe we'll begin to seek further sell side liquidity, and we then invalidate this potential trend reversal. And all this was a retracement, and we head further lower. Okay, so that's my position at the moment. I am targeting high. I'm targeting the candle range high now and previous week high. I think we could potentially clear previous week high, raid previous week high, and the equilibrium, and then trend back into the middle of the previous week range. All right, before then continuing higher. I think that's a very real possibility. However, if we do close below this previous week low, then we seek further liquidity. It's as simple as that. Okay, right. So daily time frame will give this pretty much away, as it always does, and you can see that we, from the daily time frame here, from this candle range now, you can see that we are trending up to this candle range high, which is the previous week high. Okay, so I think there's a very strong case at the moment to be positioned long, right? And ultimately depends on this daily candle closes too. But you can see that we swept candle range low in this case. Okay, swept, closed back inside of this candle range, of this down close candle range, and ultimately this is what I think we're targeting now. So I'm long, okay, and I'm going to be positioning long to target these levels. Right, that's pretty much it. Okay, cheers.